Hey y'all, what's up? I hope you guys had a great day. Where I lived at, it's been flood watch, no, flash flood warning from like noon to like 6:15. Supposed to take my son to his cousin's house, hour and some change away, in the city where the college that I attended. And as soon as I was thinking about leaving, he had a sleepover day before. It was flash flood warning, so it was like till 3:15. So I'm like, bet I'm gonna go at like 4, make sure everything, copacetic or whatever. Come back. I can tell it's late because my edges done dried up. Come look at my phone, 3 so. Move the flash flood warning until 6:15. I was told her my aunt was like, he not coming. Okay? Like, he is not coming. I don't know what the roads are looking like. Then I gotta go there and come back, which is 2.5 hour round trip, but I'm gonna probably sit for like 30 minutes. No, it was gonna be more than that because I had to stop and get food. My son is a real picky eater. He only eats certain stuff. I don't rely on other people to like pay for his food and stuff like that. It's not like when we used to go to grandma's house, everybody ate whatever you didn't eat. It's different. But tonight's episode, it seemed like it went by fast. Like, to be honest with you, and it seems like it went so fast. I don't think I tweeted a lot tonight as much as I normally do. I've been watching a lot of the Nightcap. I ain't even been watching React this past week. I've been watching Dish Nation and the Nightcap. And they're on hiatus. It's just been popping up my timeline. So, excuse me. Okay, so it started with Alicia, who looked great, by the way. And I missed her being on there last week. Like, I like Mike. I know Mike was my dude for announcing Cody. And when Cody went to Raw, didn't he go to Raw? I think he went to Raw and came back. It wasn't the same. Um, every time we progress in like a different era, well, even if it's the same era, you could tell the progression based off of the ring announcers and the colorful commentators and the people that do interviews backstage. That's how you know. Like, of course, the talent plays a part in it, but you could really tell like that. Y'all can see my wisdom. I gotta color my hair. um, but yeah, so it started with her coming out, saying whatever she was saying. And then I didn't like her makeup. I will say that. I will say that. I'm not a fan of her showgirl makeup. And for those who don't know what showgirl makeup is, it's for like, if you're like a dancer or a gymnast or a cheerleader, you wear makeup that's extra bright. It's kind of like, it's not as eccentric and like as loud as drag makeup, but it's like that because you want the people in the back to see your outfit. That's why it's always glitter and glamorous, and to see your face or see a glimpse of your face. And I think that's what she does when she's in the ring. I don't like it because I follow her on TikTok and I've seen her natural glam, which is like a softer glam, like everyday look. And I've seen her bare face. I think she's beautiful without it, to be honest with you. I don't think she needs much of it, but she puts, I guess, extra on because she's going to be on TV. So, I mean, to each his own, but personally, I think she looks great without it. So I'm not a fan of when she does the whole, you know, thing. Same with Nia. Nia doesn't need a light either. Like, she's pretty without it too. Like, it's a lot of the women on the roster are very naturally like pretty. So like, to me, when you're naturally pretty, pounds and pounds of like a lot of makeup, a lot of contour and stuff like that, to me it doesn't do you justice because it makes you look like a totally different person. Like, for me, I would want like the natural glam to accentuate the things that I find beautiful, and then to hide, like, if I had like a scar or something I wouldn't wanted to hide or something like that. But other than that, like all the extra stuff, like, to me, it's a lot, too much. And I wonder how many facials and stuff you have to get, face stuff, face serum, because that's a lot in your pores. Like, if you got good skin and a good skin routine, like sunblock, okay, moisturizer, sunblock, concealer, fix your eyebrows, a lip, and if you want to do eyeshadow, that's it. That's it. That's all you need. Like the primer, the foundation, the contour, and like all that is. But she still look good. But I just realized why I don't like her makeup, because I think she's pretty without it. I think she's pretty with a lighter type of makeup. Like, yeah, I like so. But she looked great. I know a lot of women in WWE get certain stuff done once they hit or get a check. And I will say this. Do what you want to do, okay? That's not what I'm about to say. I'm about to say Tiffany got done. It was great. Where did you go? And I'm saying that, and I'm serious in a sense, because I'm looking into getting it done. And I've been looking for like 2-3 years. I haven't found. I might have to go out of town. Anyone that I've liked here in the city where I live at. But after having a child, stuff happens. So, but she looked great. Okay, Bayley came out. Bayley looked great. I love the outfit. She got a touch up on the side of her hair, and then she got the braid. To be honest, I like it when. That reminds me of the Cassie look. Remember when Cassie started that whole trend around the world when she shaved one side of her head and the other head wasn't saved? Now we know it was a call for help, because she's probably like to press something to change the look or something. But she had once, and then she started doing it and all that. And then Lala did it, but Lala did a remix. Like, she didn't shave the whole one side. Like, she had like a fade and then put like designs in it. Like, I like when Bayley has like the fade with like designs in, or just a plain fade versus like the one whole close cut. But she looked great. Like, I love the outfit. I like the makeup. She came out. And then of course I was like, okay, so them two out here. Nia's definitely coming out. Nia comes out. That silver and black is one of my favorite gears that she has. She has the natural hair, which is beautiful. The makeup was beautiful. And then so they get on Bayley. And I'm like, Bayley, and I said this last week, Bayley is the most beaten up champion that we have on the WWE roster. And yeah, Cody's gotten beat up a lot too in the past couple weeks, but I can't even. Bayley was getting beat up before she became champion of WrestleMania, when she found out about Damage Control turning on her. She's been getting beat up for a while, okay? I'd say she is the head of that. Then it might be Cody. Like, nobody's beating up Damian. Nobody's really coming for Liv. You know what I'm saying, on Raw. But on SmackDown, them two be going through it. Okay? She get beat up. So then I'm like, Naomi or Michin gotta come out, because it's been what it is. Michin come out, okay, with the kendo stick. And like I mentioned before, Michin is one of the only people that can do her own thing. Like, Fridays to me is when she does her own thing with the girls. Like, she got her beef with Nia, okay? Tuesdays is when she got her beef with the faction. So the OCs on Tuesday, okay? And she's on Tuesday with them. So of course, when OC fought OTM, she was gonna have beef with Jada. Period. That's okay. Know what I'm saying? If she love it and they keep asking her to do it, she keeps saying, yeah, go ahead, girl, do your thing. Like, but her gear, I love the gear. Like, when I first saw her 2 years ago, and she had the black, and she changed her name from Maya to Michin, and she had the blue and black, like the different shades of blue camouflage. And this is before she wore the scarf, and then she got the half wigs and stuff. And I was like, and she had the contacts. Well, she ain't been wearing the contacts lately. That's another thing. I just realized that she ain't been wearing the contacts lately, but she looks great. Like her hair is great, her gear, she looks good. Okay, so when them two, when she came out, I was like, okay, so they about to fight, which you knew last week. Which so I'm not. It's not surprising. You know what I'm saying? So then them two get into the fight. Bayley and Tiffany are ringside or whatever. I thought Michin had put up a good fight now. Okay, and then once she got, what was it? Did she back up on? Did Nia back up on Michin, or she Samoan dropped? Sorry, I don't mean baked chicken I made. She backed up on Michin, or she Samoan dropped her, and then she did the Yokozuna, or what now she calls it the Annihilator. She did that. Once she did that, did she back up on her? Then she backed it up, and I said, "That's it." I was like, "Girl, I was rooting for you, but that was it right there." Then she did Annihilator. I said, "Yeah, that's it." So then them two attack Bayley. Tiff gets in the middle of the ring, right? And looks at the ref and is like, we about to cash this in. Okay? Cash it in, cash it in. I can't. My glasses are like, it's something going on with my face. And my skin is dry today. Like, I don't know what is happening. So we about to cash in, whatever. So, what happened after that? Oh, so Nia goes out the ring, and then she come back like, girl, what are you doing? That's how the face she giving her. Like, she irritated, like, what are you doing? So, Tiffany's like, I'm just playing. So they show, waiting them talking about, it's like a dress rehearsal. I was like, I would think Nia would be okay with that. Nia knows she gonna have to fight Tiffany eventually. I don't see Bayley winning, keeping her championship at SummerSlam. Now, if she do, that's cool. Okay, I don't either way, whether she win or she lose, I'm not mad at it. You know what I'm saying? It's not one of those matches where, oh man, I wish she won or she lose. It's not that's not it for me. I just want to see a good match between the two. I do think, like I said, Nia winning Queen of the Ring give her edge to her heel. So if she won the championship, that'd be crazy. But at the same time, it's like, now see if you gotta cash in on Nia, and then so with Tiffany trying to cash in on Bayley, Nia getting irritated. I'm like, you gonna have to compete and fight against her anyway, cause she not going on Raw to go fight Liv. Okay, we already know her and Rhea got a situation. I'm still stuck on that from Monday. Like, that was crazy. Okay, that Monday night, Tuesday was good too. I ain't gonna hold you. NXT been holding it down. Okay, then the Rascals is fighting next week. Like, I ain't. Okay, I don't know if Road Dogg, Triple H, Hurricane Helms, and Shawn Michaels be putting up bets of who had a better show. Okay, but daggone, they've been competing for the better show. And I would say this week I would say NXT won. I ain't gonna hold you. NXT was the best show of the week. Then I would say Raw and SmackDown came in third. I would say that. Um, but like, yeah. So what is happening? Yeah, so I'm like, you gonna have to fight her eventually. You might as well let her cash in, let her walk around and be champion for 3 weeks, and then you beat the hell out of her. Like, I don't understand. Like, to me, because not unless you gonna let her pull a Drew and be the first time that a woman never successfully cashed in no money on a bank. That's crazy. He made history like that though. That's still crazy. Then it's going to happen eventually. Whoever it has to happen, because not unless SmackDown comes out with the women U.S. title, which I think they should, and just leave the Raw tag team title over there on Raw. Okay, because it's not enough. I don't think they need like the Stormiest duo. go over there and try to get the title. I don't see them winning. I think the tag titles need to stay over there with them because it's a plethora of tag title women. I don't know where Tegan Knox is, what she's been doing. I saw that on somebody's YouTube that she was on a dark match before SmackDown, but when is she gonna be on TV? Okay, I was saying that about Adonis and said, I'm glad y'all put them on NXT. I hope they got TV time. Okay, just like I was saying about Cruz and Corbin, they got TV time. Okay, you gonna draft them, put them on TV. I don't care if their story is a month and then they go away for 3 months and come back in like a month. It better be a good month, a good story, and then I was about to say, who was that? And then whatever. But yeah, so they leave. So then they show Chelsea and Piper. First of all, Chelsea's outfit ate, okay? I don't know where the hell she got that bedazzled that bedazzled neck brace, okay? And then Piper looked good too. Her hair was straightened out. She had the makeup on. She had the little fur jacket jump. Like, they are TV gold. You hear me? That's why she's in my top 5 for promos for women. Okay? I don't... Even if she can't wrestle, if she never wrestles a day in her life, sign her up to be somebody's manager because she is hilarious. Like, she got it. And then I saw a clip of her on YouTube, I think, of her answering questions for Money in the Bank, and there was no audience. And who was it? Was it Nick or was it Adam that was like, she was like, I gotta get back to answering my questions or something like that, she said. And I was like, wait, what? Like, what is happening? So now they have a video up there posted, I think, of her and I think her and Kathy doing that thing in Toronto where you drop like bungee jump type from the top of the building, which would be a hell no for me. I don't know why. I would take skydiving over bungee jumping. I don't trust nobody. I don't trust no cord if I had to pick between the two. But if homegirl is really scared of heights, y'all thought she went and did that? If she did, she screamed like hell. I ain't watched the video, but I know it. I know she did. So then they show them, and talking about they want to wait and wait for Nick, and the injuries and stuff like that. So then after that, Pretty Deadly come up, and I'm cracking up because they talking about something. We need to get Nick to approve our musical, and I'm like, they still trying to get this musical approved. And I was like, wait, all I could think about is Doc talking about, hold up. Hey, don't nobody care about y'all musical. And then when Ford was like, the beat down, I can't tell you how many times I watched that clip. And they was like, whoa. And Doc in the background talking about, that sounds lovely. I'm like, she was like, okay. And she was like, what she called them? She said, bedazzled sisters or sparkly sisters. She was like, get in line. And they walked back there. I was like, this is hilarious. Okay. Like I've said before, I thought that they never should have got drafted in the first place to Raw. Like, if it was one group or person meant to stay on SmackDown, it was definitely Pretty Deadly. Only because they're like Awesome Truth. They bring the comedy, or Awesome Truth or like New Day. Like how New Day or Awesome Truth bring comedy to Raw. Like Pretty Deadly does that for SmackDown. And they could wrestle as well. But it also helped before they had like Apollo and Sid come over stuff, and they're kind of like a tag team now. It helped bring more tag teams because I'm like, the men got tag teams, so they could throw 2 people together. They got, you know what I'm saying? I was like, it's the men over here that don't really have nothing. So now I'm like, with them being here, they got the Street Profits, they got Legado, they building Fantasma. You can do any of the 2 to make a tag team. You got the Bloodline. You got CNC, which is Corbin and Cruz. I'm missing a couple. DIY and A-Town Down Under, I think. I think that's everybody. Right? I think that's everybody. So now you got a good round of contenders for that belt. Okay, because over there, of course, you had Newcastle Republic, but Tyler is injured. Um, then you got the Creed brothers. You got Alpha Academy. You got New Day. But I think Kofi's out again. You got Awesome Truth. You got Judgment Day. Like, you got a good group of people over there. So it evens out. But then after that, it was it them? I think it was DIY versus A-Town. No. It was Blair and Naomi versus Naomi. That's what it was. And Blair came out, and when they had him announced there, and I was like, Blair's a problem. I've watched her on NXT, and I was like, could you imagine her being in Money in the Bank? I was like, that'd have been something. And I was like, I know it was 3 women, you know what I'm saying, and Naomi is the vet and the fan favorite, but I was like, and I understand why it was Tiffany over her. Tiffany's been there longer. She's worked to build up the rapport to be at PLE, and the crowd loves her. So like, and she's good. Like, so I don't, so I'm like, in time, Blair be at a PLE, but because I think she won Deadline. Was it Deadline or was it Vengeance Day? She won. I think it was Vengeance Day, and it was like a five-way match. I think it was her, Fallon, Lash. I forgot who the other 2 were, but that was a good match, and I think she ended up winning. Was it that? I don't know which PLE it was. I remember though, she won. That's all I remember. Or yeah, I think she won, or she almost won. I gotta go back and look, to be honest, because that was about, 5-6 months ago. But when I seen her, I was like, okay. So when she got signed and got moved up, I was like, that makes sense. Like, it makes sense. That's why it helps to watch Tuesdays. Because, yeah, we try to introduce the crowd, like when they had the little segments, hey, I'm such and such. And people like, But I'm like, if you don't go back and watch matches or clips or something like that on YouTube or Peacock or Hulu or whatever, however you watch it, Spectrum, whatever, you're not going to know. Because somebody had commented about Jade and Bianca like dancing to a song from TikTok. Somebody gonna say stupid like Bianca acts more urban with Jade. First of all, okay, we are Black women. We are a plethora of things. We could be ratchet, we could be intelligent, we could be nurturing, we could be sensitive, we could be soft, we can be spiritual, we can be all of these things, none of these things, some of these things all at the same time, none at the same time. That's just what we are. So for them to say that, I'm like, okay. Then I had to comment, because normally I don't say, I let stuff slide. I was like, you must ain't see. First of all, okay, she Black. Second of all, you must ain't seen her character on NXT. You could tell you only been watching since she's been on the main roster. And that's how you know people's only been watching certain people when they only been on the main roster. Like when people comment stuff about certain people, and I was like, they was, or who is such and such? They've been like that since NXT. And I ain't even been watching NXT that long. And I was like, and I know that. Like, okay? Like, how y'all don't, but y'all swear y'all wrestling fans. Y'all swear y'all watch everything under the book. Can know everybody's stats. Weirdly know everybody's birthday, their kids' names, where they live at, the kids' birthday names, but don't know the up and coming wrestlers, their personas, and what their personas were, or something like that. Like, okay, that's just, I don't know. But Her and Naomi came out. I tried to read Naomi's wig. I didn't read it. I like Blair's gear though. I like the fact that the crowd interacted with Naomi a little bit. I didn't even see her shoulder taped up until Corey had said something. And then when he had said something, I looked, I said, dang, it is taped up. I think she was the only person taped up. If everybody else was taped up, okay, they had clothes on, you couldn't tell. Okay? Because I was like, it's no way in hell. Now Naomi did her thing. Monday Night Raw. The women's in the okay, that whole PLE was awesome. But she was the only one I saw taped up. So when she slammed on her side, I was like, ooh. I was like, homegirl taped up. I don't know if she gonna pull it off. I want her to win. I don't know. So then Wade and stuff was like, we know. Basically, like she dedicated to her craft. She loves what she does. She should have stayed home for a couple weeks. I'm like, first of all, Naomi is not staying home if she's not all the way. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, first, and I know that from watching Total Divas. If they don't tell her she has to stay home, she not staying home. Okay? She is a girly that enjoys her work. She enjoys the looks she gives us. She enjoys that she gets to have fun. And she probably, like the driving probably sucks, but it's probably cool to see a city to city if you get to see it. So like, why would you, and it's something like, you pray for. You can't sit there and pray for something or pray to have more work and make more money by doing more work, and then once you get it, want to be lazy like that. That don't work like that because you'll get cut quick, especially if you work for somebody else. But she won, and she was holding her shoulder, and I said, "Ooh." And I thought Blair was going to attack her in the ring. I honestly did. So then when we saw Jade and Bianca come down, I was like, okay, with the leopard and stuff, they coming down. So when they had said, I was cracking up at first because when they walked past, Chelsea and Piper and Pretty Deadly was still waiting for Nick. Okay? So then Bianca was like, Nick ain't here this week. And they go in the office and then Pretty Deadly walk off. And they was congratulating her on her match, and then they was talking about them getting their titles back and stuff. And then Blair come up here. I'm having better person one. Shake her hand. I'm like, girl, don't do it, girl. Don't shake her hand. She look at her like, okay. And then she get attacked from behind. I'm like, ooh, and she landed, I think, on a bad shoulder. So I'm like, ooh, girl. Okay. Then Chelsea come out all mad. He not here. But somebody did like a stop frame of the book that Piper was reading that I didn't even peep. And that even had me cracking up more because I think she was holding Chelsea's cup with one hand that says CG on it, and then had another book in her hand on how to start a cult. I was like, they are hilarious. Okay. So before that, LA Knight comes out and he talks about his contract of how Logan has to sign it and he gets his match of Money in the Bank and how he beat Logan to qualify for the Money in the Bank match. So he ain't tripping. So in my opinion, I thought Logan was going to come out. I don't know where they were or whatever. So I'm like, he won't come out and say something. He didn't come out. So 9 times out of 10, he's either going to respond on Twitter or he's going to come next Friday or say something. Excuse me. Or say something in public. I don't know how pregnant his fiance is. If she's due any minute or if they have an agenda reveal something soon. I know he has like Prime and his podcast and all that other stuff. So I don't know, but I know time will tell. He will be here because we knew he was going to have a match. It's in Cleveland. Like he's from Ohio. That's like the Miz, probably won't have a match. He's from Cleveland. So the Ohio people more than likely are going to have matches because I think Johnny Gargano is from Ohio too. So he's probably going to have his tag title there. Or even if it's pre-show, even if it's a Friday before, he's going to be on TV some type of way, whether it's a promo or a match, they're going to be on TV, which is WWE is good about that. Like if you from the city or the country, they try to put you on TV or put you in a dark match or something like that before that so that the fans could see you, which is dope, So, yeah, so we'll see that. And then we saw CNC fight, which that was a match I was actually looking forward to. Cruz and Corbin versus Legado de Fantasma. I wanted to see them two and how well they fight together. Last time I saw Apollo Crews wrestle was at a dark match when they came to Raleigh for Raw in March. So he did well. I got it. I think I put it on one of my old videos. So I was just excited to see that. And I don't know what happened. They showed beforehand, and Santos was talking to them, and then he was like, "I'm not gonna attack you." And he ended up with it, and then he was like, "They will." They ended up attacking him, and then he come out with the suit. I don't know about Electra's outfit. Like, it's cute, but I don't know. I don't know. I think it's because I've seen it in red and black. I don't think and green is like, y'all know, green is my color, but I don't think the green is it. You know, would have been dope on her if they had it in like that nude. If they had it in like a royal purple. If they had like a purple, I don't know if they do have that outfit in purple. Like, that would look so good, especially with her skin complexion. And they would have did like some bomb makeup. Like the green, I didn't like the green. I didn't like the outfit, the green part of the outfit. But she looked good though. But I was like, I don't know if I like the outfit. But then I was like, I've seen the outfit before. So I was like, I like the outfit. It was like, okay, I just don't like the color of the outfit. But, you know, yeah, so I can't remember if Santos made a shot at Corbin and then Corbin was getting his lick back. But I know Corbin ended up hitting Santos. Alicia ended up distracting Jessica. Then Santos ended up hitting Cruz, and then Cruz ended up losing to Angel. And then they went on about their way. And then Baron and Cruz were sitting there looking like, and I'm like, y'all brought this man back on TV on Smackdown. Okay. He has a story with his tag team. Please don't let him keep losing like he did before y'all sent him to NXT, because y'all might as well have kept him in NXT. Let Baron have, pretty steady, some win, some lose, like the rest of them. You know what I'm saying? So then they show like Andrade talking to Byron, which before people saw this match, I was like, everybody's fan favorites are Carmelo in the Bank, Jay, or LA Knight. I had to think about who was in the match. So it was them three in the match, and then it was also Andrade, Drew, and Chad. And I was like, I wouldn't be surprised if Drew won this. I think that's what I said before, the Friday before. But I was like, if I had to pick my three, I said it would be Melo, Andrade, and then I think I said LA Knight. But I was like, y'all be sleeping on Andrade, okay? First of all, I already knew he had it when he fought with Ray and them against Legado de Fantasma. Then my son be so into them games. And then I can't forget I don't know what his last match is. It's like he's big, but it's a different kind of big. If that makes sense. I know it is. It's like he's big and solid. That's what it is. Because I said, Andrade big as hell. It's like he not like Randy big in that sense where you can see like all his abs. He's just like, and I know he work out, okay? Because I think his videos are like him and his wife Charlotte Ash working out together. But I'm like, he big and solid. You know how, I don't know, folks, okay, so y'all know how when y'all be looking and seeing little kids and they go and play, y'all see two kids, okay? and they about the same height, and they look like they weigh the same. But when you pick them up, one is heavier than the other one. And that's because the other one, it might be muscular, but that second one is solid. Okay? That's a different kind of muscle tone. And I know because my son is like that. Him and his cousin are both the same height, the same age. His cousin's a little thicker. My son is more solid and he's heavier than his cousin. So, and they've always been like that. Andrade, man, next time he the MVP, the people say he the MVP, and I was like, I've been told y'all he was the MVP. Like that's what I'm saying to the screen. So then Mello comes out, and thanks to Carmelo Hayes, my son wants a hem necklace. I'm like I said before, I was like, you don't even. He told his dad today. I was like, you don't even wear necklaces. Dad was like, you want another necklace? He was like, I want one to say him. And I was like, oh my God. Like, what are we doing? So, yeah, he was talking to him, and Mello interrupted. And then he was like, oh, I know what else I can do. And Andrade was like, so I'm pretty sure it's going to be him versus Mello next week. But I'm like, Mello is that dude, okay? He is a superstar. And I remember last year when people got mad because he didn't get drafted. And he was like, I'm going to stay wherever they had me stay at for as long as they want me to stay there. Because I saw some of his matches and I was like, why isn't he drafted? But then when I heard him speak, like promo-wise, I was like, okay, now I know why he's not drafted yet. Like, he has to fine-tune that. But now, him being with Smackdown, it's like he's a totally different... And it's like he eased in real well. Like, he's been there for some years. It don't seem like he's been on the main roster for some months. And then he got beat with Logan Paul. You done came across LA Knight wrong. Who else did he done came across the wrong pass with? Was it Ray or was it Randy? Wrong. Like, now you got the whole thing with Andrade. I'm like, that boy is a star. Okay? And I'm surprised he not managed the hell up. Because I was like, after that match, she said he was MVP. And people was like, yeah, Melo's MVP. And I was like, Melo got hurt the most to me. I know if I was him after that match, I'd have been iced down. Okay? Between him and Zoe Stark, I'd have been iced down. Like, y'all would have been like, oh, you coming to Monday night? Yeah, I'm coming. Do I gotta wrestle? Like, I gotta wrestle. Okay? I'm gonna do it. But ain't no guarantee if I'm supposed to win tonight that I'm gonna look like I'm gonna win. You're gonna have to make me look good. Okay? Because let me tell you something. Oh, I'm gonna have to put some icy hot on, bandage me up, okay? Give me 2 ibuprofens in case I'm still hurting like an hour before. Drink some water, eat a little snack because you gotta eat with your ibuprofen and go about my business. And then after I get done with that, I can go to the next city, go into the room, and I'm taking a bath or a shower, and I'm going to bed, okay? I ain't waking up early to work out. I ain't doing none of that, okay? Especially the people that went from Money in the Bank to Raw. That was a day and a half. I ain't working out till next week. Like, don't ask me, oh, you coming to the gym? No, I'm not coming to the gym, okay? If I got to, I do a couple push-ups in my room, but I ain't coming down. I ain't doing all that. Like, I'm not. So then they show DIY versus A-Town Down Under. I'm trying to figure out. So A-Town Down Under Theory song come out. I'm cracking up, of course, because Theory turns around and does his thing, and then Grayson's always been, we coming back for the titles. So I'm cracking up. So then they get to the ring, and I said, why don't never come out the Grayson song? And I know they play his song, I think, when he does his show, which is like once every 3 months. But at the same time, I'm like, Honestly, I think his song is better. So that's the reason why I would want to hear it. But they come out, okay, and then DIY comes out. And DIY's gear, I don't know who made their gear. I love that gear. And I know that's not their first time wearing it. But that blue Smackdown, I call it Duke Blue. That Smackdown blue and silver, that's it. But honestly, anything with them with silver and a primary or secondary color looks good, because when they had the Eagles colors on at WrestleMania, they looked great with the silver. So, the silver and the green. So that match happened, and they tried to do the meet in the middle. They down in there and didn't do it, land it. And then DIY did it to, I think, Theory, and won. But before that, Theory had hit Ciampa, and we said, phew. So I was like, did he lose a tooth or was that spit? Like, he smacked him hard as hell. And then after all of that happened, so DIY retains. So then I'm looking to the side, Theory come out. Soon as that, Theory get bum rush. Soon as that happened, Grayson hauled ass around. I was like, what is happening? This ninja Jacob attacked Theory. I don't even think he got Grayson. When I tell you he hauled ass, okay? He got the hell up out of there, okay? He ran. Forgive me. He ran off. Then he got in the ring. He attacked Johnny. Johnny looked hurt, okay? And then he got Ciampa. Can't remember which one he Samoan dropped. He backed up on, I think, Johnny. I don't know which one he Samoan dropped, but I was like, I know they hurt. Because Johnny was in the corner like this. I know, and then I said one thing about Johnny. Because my son and I was watching, like I said, before we watched SmackDown, his friend had stayed over. So we was watching, he watched the old match. We watched the 23 Royal Rumble. And Johnny had came out. And I was like, Johnny is so good. And he was like, he's just small. He's, because that's what my son said. I said, he's such a tactician. And I said, between him and that match and his wife versus Bianca qualifying for the Queen of the Ring match, they got it, dog. Like, they are so talented. And I be like, he's just so small. People will probably like, I don't know. Like, I don't even know how tall he is. He just seems like really small. Like, I remember 2022 they announced him, they was like, he's 199 pounds. Like, he wasn't even 200 pounds. But I'm like, they are good. And I was like, if they ever do another mixed tag match like they did with Zelina and Ray, it should be Candice and Johnny versus whoever. Okay, it could be Bianca Montez. It could be, that'd be the only one. It could be Elektra Santos. I don't care. Okay. I don't know what's another girl. It could be Luke and Michin. Like, shoot. It could be any of them. I would say Andrade and Charlotte, but they'll probably kill them. So I don't know, but they're. Then he came out. So then he turns around. Jacob turns around, and he looks. And then I just start dancing because my song come on. Y'all know that's my jam. And then Solo come out. And then the rest of them come out. So I'm like, so then he says whatever city they are. I still didn't hear the city. And he said, knock me. I said, So before that, they showed the promo, I guess, of what they showed a couple weeks ago. That red, still is getting me because I'm like, I know that ain't I hope that ain't the same one, but It's like the promo. And I was like, this is what I've been waiting for 6 months. Okay? I'm glad that the crowd didn't continue to boo him every week. Because I was like, I've been trying to hear this man talk since he got on SmackDown. And then him being an enforcer, he ain't talk at all. Okay? And I was low key pissed because I'm like, we heard him talk and cuss people out and do his promos on NXT. Now we don't hear him talk at all. Now we starting to hear him talk. Like, so I'm here for it. Okay? I still want to hear Dom talk some more, especially like Monday when they show Raw. I hope they don't boo him. Like, we want to hear what the hell you had to say about you in this live situation, because it might not be what you think it is. He's smiling at people. It's not what it looked like. You can't convince her it ain't like that. Okay? And it's funny because I think they showed WWE showed a clip of Damian watching it, and he was like, actions have consequences. And then Dom had responded underneath him with the mad emoji, like, what the and people like, say what y'all want, but Damien's been the only person that's been loyal to Rhea. And then people like, oh, not him, that he don't need the Judgment Day. And I was like, yeah, he could. You could say that. Two things could be true at the same time. You don't need the Judgment Day, but you still gonna be loyal to your Terror Twin. That's your sis. You know what I'm saying? So even if you depart from them, that's still your Terror Twin. Okay? Like, y'all still gonna check in, whatever. But yeah, so he come out, say what he say. So then Cody say what he say. That's another thing about Royal Rumble 23. Every other person, or just about every person that came out, we saw their graphic production. Now, we don't see nobody's graphic but Cody's. Why is that? Why is that? Okay? And y'all didn't fill up, I guess y'all didn't fill up the seats behind where they come out at, because y'all actually did his pyro today. But I'm trying to figure out why is that? Okay? Like, y'all don't have, like, Pretty Deadly's was redundant because they have a disco ball come down when they come out, and then their graphic was a disco ball. That didn't make sense at all. Okay? But like KO's, I want to see the knockout thing, cannonball. Like our Randy's, I want to see the Viper, even though I don't be looking up when it come out, so it scares me every time I look, because that's when the snap part comes out. We don't see the cups no more with Street Profits. I don't even know if DIY got one. Okay, I think the OC had one. I don't even, if they have one, I don't know what it is. Okay, Tiffany should probably, if she have one, she should have like a clock or something, maybe. I don't know. It's Tiffany time. No, I have Becky has her face with the wink and the thing. Like, maybe she should have her face and then, or something doing like this or something. I don't know. And then, like, when Santos came out, he has like the Mayan, or is it the Mayans? Or the Incans, like the sun. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but we don't get that no more. We don't. We only get it for Cody. Which I don't understand why we only get it for Cody. But he come out and say what he gotta say. Randy come out and be like, was like, the Samoans out here and they big. And I got just, first of all, I know he mean real. This is no shade. I'm like, but they not all Samoans. It's 2 Samoans, 2 Tongans. Okay, that's like saying you got 4 Latinos and calling all 4 of them Mexicans. That's like saying you got 4 Caribbean people hanging out and calling all of them Jamaicans. Like, they not the same thing. But we knew what he meant. Okay. But when he said that, somebody was like, now Randy animal is known as the viper. The vipers are poisonous. Okay, they're snakes. Okay, serpents, if you will. You don't trust the serpent. Eve did, and look at what we at now. Okay, Adam and Eve from the Bible. Like, A snake will bite you, okay? And you ain't even gotta turn your back for a snake to bite you. A snake will bite you right on your hand. A snake will be look dead at you and bite you right in your face. Don't trust it too much, Cody. I mean, he always got your back because he coming for that title eventually. Okay? So then Cody come out. Cody was like, we could do it right here. You want SummerSlam? I got you, dog. But we can do it right here. Okay? Come out. I like Cody in gray. I really love him in blue though, because it makes his eyes pop. Um, Especially if he would have had his dark hair back and would have had like a blue suit on. He would have had to wear light blue though, because his hair would be darker. But yeah. So he comes out. He gets jumped. Randy comes out. So my thought was, when he said KO's not coming out, he's been his family. We think he needs to be with his family more. And I say I concur. I feel like he needs to be with his family. I know he loves what he does. I know he said his mom would like fuss him out if he didn't do what wasn't there to live out his dream or whatever. But it comes a point in the time when you have to disobey your parents. Like he needs to spend time with his family. So, you know, but I thought Street Profits was gonna come out and help them because they asked 2 weeks ago or last week to get at the Bloodline. But now the Bloodline attacking Cody and Randy, y'all know where to be found. I'm like, where are the Street Profits at? And I was like, okay, so now Randy and them getting jumped. Street Profits come out. Nope, nobody came out. So I'm like, okay, I don't know. So then they put Randy. I don't know what he did to Randy, but Randy was over there by the steps, holding for dear life. And then they wrapped Cody up in the ropes. Then they put Randy through that hard announce table. They got the new ones. Okay, Randy's back is hurting. He didn't even do the little sign thing to show that he was okay. Then they spiked Cody. And the trip part was before that, it's talking about something when Roman come back, he gonna acknowledge me. I said, no, he not. Like, no. Why do you think that? You don't think he gonna acknowledge you? You don't think he gonna come and be like, this is not what I meant, and cuss you the hell out, and then it be a war? I tell you, I promise you, if Survivor Series, okay, this is what I'm gonna say. Everybody's talking about what PLE should be 2 days. I don't think SummerSlam should be 2 days at all. Okay, I do not. But I feel like Survivor Series could be 2 days. And the only reason why I feel like that is if you merge the old with the new. If that makes sense. So if we have the War Games, okay, have women's one day, the men's the other day, and the various matches, right? But with that, have the matches that we used to have when they used to have 5-on-5-on-5, when they used to have so say day one is a day for the girls. Just say that. Say we have a 2-day Survivor Series and we have a day for the girls. So the first day we will have a US or have a championship titles. 2 of those, both of them for both Smackdown and Raw. Then do we have enough girls on all 3 rosters? Then we have a War Games is the final event. Okay? Or just have one of the girls to have one of the girls have their championship on Survivor Series, and then the other one have theirs at Crown Jewel. Okay? Yeah. So you don't have to do both. So have it like that. Okay? 1 and 1. The Survivor Series jump, and then that. And then the second day, and then also have 5-on-5-on-5. Because you got enough women. Okay? So then, you know what I mean? The SmackDown versus the Raw versus the NXT. Have that be the first match. That could go on for 45 minutes or however the hell long it's going to go on. Then you have one of the women's championships, Raw. I'm going to say Raw because Raw's probably going to have more women. Okay, because if you do 5 women for SmackDown and then some people might be on SmackDown going to be in the War Games, that's going to probably be all the women. So Raw Women's Championship, right? Then we have the War Games for the women. And between that should be night 1. Okay? This is if you do a 2-night Survivor Series. Then the second night, okay, had a men 5 versus 5 NXT SmackDown Raw, right? Then we're gonna switch it up. Had a men's SmackDown championship on the line, and that's only because we had the women's Raw, so we're gonna switch it up. We're not gonna have both for Raw. You know what I'm saying? Then after that, we had the men's War Games, which would probably be the Bloodline versus Bloodline. You see what I'm saying? And then, if you want to throw in a tag title match for both sides, you can do that. Okay? You can do the women's tag titles, which will probably still be on Raw, and the men's SmackDown tag titles, or whatever it's called, World or SmackDown. SmackDown? I forgot what it's called. But then that way, each PLE night would be about 2 hours, right? Then I'd be like ladies night 1, men's night 2, or if you want to switch it up, if you want to have the men 5 versus 5, and then have like the women's Raw title, and then have the men's tag titles, and then or something like that, or hold on, the women's Raw championship, and then have like, we're gonna go SmackDown. You can have this men's SmackDown tag or the U.S. title, and then have the women's War Games, and then night 2 have the women's 5 versus 5, the men's SmackDown Universal Championship. Excuse me. The women's tag title, because I was gonna say the women's tag title, because we don't have a women's U.S. title for SmackDown, which we should, but we don't. And then have the men's War Games. Then that you could do 2 nights, but like SummerSlam, I don't think honestly that deserves 2 nights. I think in 2025, once it gets to 2 nights, it should just stay 1 night after that. That's it. Like, because he was like, which one next should be 2 nights? Like Elimination Chamber or Rumble? Neither one. The Rumble is the Rumble. You know what I'm saying? And EC is EC. We know the significance of those two. Mania is Mania. Now, if we had something that wasn't called SummerSlam, that was like a mini WrestleMania, that was further out, like the end of summer, which is technically in September, and we had SummerSlam moved in, then it would make sense for a 2-night SummerSlam. But SummerSlam is in late July, early August, and then we just had WrestleMania 4 months prior. Like, we don't need, it's basically the same competition with some new champions, some old champions. The same thing as the Rumble, just as not as many people sometimes. We don't need 2 nights. I don't feel we need 2 nights. Now, Survivor Series makes more sense in the sense what I said. Now, they could tweak it, creative or whatever. But at the same time, it's 7 months after WrestleMania. A lot of things can happen in 7 months. A lot of titles could be interchanged. Daggone, a lot of people could form alliances and beefs, storylines, all of that. So by the time you get to Survivor Series, War Games, 5-on-5-on-5, daggone, the 2 titles on each one, that could be 2 nights. Okay? Because we have just as many women that are talented as men. So we got the girls and the boys. Well, I'm here for the girls. So y'all know I will put the men first, night one. Put the girls second. Or if we're going to interchange them, but interchange them. Have like 2016, so five NXT, five um SmackDown, five Raw. Because my son watches those every once in a while too. And he watches the one when Gunther was Walter still. And Keith Lee was doing his thing. I think he was in NXT. He was doing his thing on that for them. He was holding it down, okay, for a while. Because I think he ended up being like one of the final three. That was a good match. Like, if you bring that back, plus the War Games, plus like 2 title matches for that, that could be 2 nights. Because then you have to have the women and the men for each one. But other than that, no. So then, okay, so let me get back to the end. So Randy over there looking hurt. He don't signal that. I said, my man's just came back 8 months ago, okay, from the back injury. Then he had wrestled on Friday night on a 3 versus 3, him KO and Cody versus the Bloodline. He got toe up then. They beat the hell out of him. He looked like he barely survived, okay? Now y'all slammed it through his table. He gonna be out for some months, dog. At least two. At least 2. He in his 40s, and he just came back from back surgery. He was out for a while, and he's just getting acclimated being back in the ring. But he ain't never met nobody like the Samoan Werewolf. And Karrion tried to tell y'all, fans tried to tell y'all, but Karrion tweeted and tried to tell y'all that Jacob's a different beast, dog. Big E said it at the post show at Money in the Bank. Everybody know that, okay? Everybody know that. Daggone. Then they had Cody up there like he was getting crucified because they just left him up there. And then the show went off. So I'm like, what is happening? Okay. Like, and then it cut off and I had to look at my phone because when Jacob came out, I looked at my phone. I said, dang, it's 9:48 already. Like, it didn't seem like it was that long. But I enjoyed the show. I can't wait to see what's gonna happen between LA and Logan. Especially the match I'm honestly looking forward to is Andrade and Carmelo next week. And I don't know if it's gonna be next week or the week after, but I'm looking forward to that. Okay. The Naomi and Blair situation, we know that hasn't ended because she just attacked homegirl. I don't know where Indy Pixie is, Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae, Poison Pixie. But they weren't there this week, or they didn't show them not unless they was in the dark match. We haven't seen Tegan yet. So we still got people that's injured. And the Profits weren't on TV. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's because the roster of SmackDown's not as big because it's 2 hours. And I was confused too, speaking of, so Triple H just talked about when we moved to Netflix. So originally I thought, and this is what I heard, I think him say, is that NXT is going to CW, which I was like, okay, because it reminds me of UPN WB back in the day when SmackDown was on UPN. But then I thought they said that SmackDown was going to USA October. And then Raw was going to Netflix with PLE. So, from my understanding now, SmackDown is also going to Netflix starting January. So they only got a temporary contract with USA. And does that mean NXT is staying on CW, or are they eventually going to Netflix too? Because it's only right? Like, that's the only thing that I'm confused about so far. But everything else, okay, I'm here for. I'm here for all of it. I can't wait for next week. I ain't got no PLEs. I ain't gotta try to get no sleep to try to stay up and figure out what's going on. Thankfully. The next PLE is in Cleveland. That's the only thing about US PLEs. If it's not on the West Coast, I'm going to bed late. That's the only thing I like about European PLEs is because they're 6 hours ahead. So for us, the stuff started like 1, 2 o'clock. Okay? And then we done by 6 over here. We ain't got to be up late. Okay? But yeah. The regular ones you do. Which, it's okay. It's fine. Everyone have a great, safe weekend, especially if it's raining where you are, because you know it's hurricane season. Weather's crazy everywhere. Humidity is even worse. So please stay hydrated, okay? There's too much going on. Can't be passing out. Can't be having migraines because you dehydrated. A sign of migraines, which I found out for myself and my son, is you can get one from being dehydrated. You can get one if you haven't ate. And then the brain sends a signal to your brain like, hey, you might get gassy and then might get a headache from not eating. Then once you get the headache and nausea from not eating, you don't want to eat. And then that's a whole thing. Like, stay hydrated. Stay nutrients. Okay, even if you can only afford to eat once a day, make sure it's something healthy that can get you through the day until the next day, please. But if that's not, and that's all you can afford, is just the one meal, like your oodles and noodles, maybe an apple or something, that's fine too. Just eat something. Just stay hydrated. It's hot as hell outside. Okay? And it be hot for no reason. Like, why? Especially here. This heat, this humidity here is different. Okay? And I lived in Florida for a little bit. And it's different. It's different. It's not like that heat down there. It's actually hotter here. For real. If humidity was not a factor, it wouldn't be. But because the humidity is, it's hotter here. And it's so hot. And sometimes even when the sun sets, it's just as hot or hotter at night, which is baffling. But anyways, yeah, water. Water keeps your skin moisturized, keeps your organs pumping, keeps you from passing out and getting migraines. Stay hydrated. And if you sweat a lot, mix a little Gatorade in there. That helps with the salt leaving your body from the sweat. All right. Love you all. Bye.